Hi, this is Kitty Boitnott of Teachers in Transition, the podcast and YouTube channel, and welcome back for an episode on stress management today. We're going to be talking about the importance of using food to help you manage your stress, and not food in the way that you might be thinking, because very often when we feel stressed, we feel something of a feeling of being compelled to eat comfort foods. That's why they're called comfort foods. Things like mashed potatoes and macaroni and cheese and big, thick gravies on top of our meat and vegetables. And none of that stuff is actually good for you, even though it may make you feel good in the short term. So what I want to suggest to you is that if you want to better manage your stress, you need to also better manage your nutrition. Now, when I talk about nutrition, I'm talking about whole foods, fresh vegetables, fresh fruits, foods that you can buy from the produce department of your grocery store, or a farmer's market where you can find fresh fruits and vegetables that have been homegrown as opposed to mass-produced and shipped from far-off places where they've perhaps been treated so that they'll last longer. You want to the extent that you can afford to, go with organic fruits and vegetables. And the reason you want to do that is that you need the nutrients and vitamins that are in those whole foods, whole grains. Give up sugar and white flour and stick to good, nutritious foods that you know in your heart of hearts are better for you than candy and snacks and cake and pie and all the things that maybe make you feel good in the moment. Ice cream, you know the stuff. So what you need to understand is that when I talk about stress management, I'm talking about keeping your body in optimum physical condition. Now, I talked in the last episode on stress management about the importance, or the time before last. I talked to Melissa Wolf for the last episode. The time before that, I talked about the importance of being hydrated. The trillions of cells that are in your body and make up your brain, your nervous system, your digestive system, your respiratory system, your digestive system, all of the various systems, your bloodstream, muscles and tendons and bones, all of that needs to be properly hydrated. And that means you need to pay attention to the amount of water that you drink every day. And by tending to your body with enough water, you can build some of the natural resilience that your body needs, so that when you experience a stress event, whether it's a good event or a negative event, you are better suited, better able to deal with it and bounce back from it more quickly. And being properly fed with the right kinds of nutrition and paying attention to the nutrients and vitamins you take into your body, they also contribute to the health and well-being of the trillions of cells in your body that need those nutrients, that need those vitamins, the nerve endings that need to be nourished in order for them to stay healthy and in tune. The neurons in your brain need to be properly nourished. These are important components of your brain, your body, and ultimately your spirit even. And when you neglect your health by neglecting your nutrition, you are essentially playing Russian roulette with your body and your mind. You're taking chances that you won't suffer the consequences. And let's face it, when you're young, Your body is naturally more resilient and stronger and able to deal with a lot of things that as we age, we become less able to deal with quite as well. It's a natural process, and I'm not buying into this whole idea that you have to get old before your time. In fact, I think we have a growing movement in our culture where we are defying the norms of what aging even means. We've all seen examples of older people well into their 80s and 90s who are still living vibrant, healthy, satisfying lives. We've also seen, however, the rapid decline of some of our parents and relatives who suddenly hit a point in their lives where they have a health crisis and then they never bounce back. And part of the reason they're not able to bounce back and they continue into a steeper decline is that they haven't taken care of themselves up to the point of that particular event. And we've all seen it, and we could all recognize it. What I think we tend to do is to go into denial that that can happen to us. And the fact of the matter is, it can happen to any one of us in any given moment. Your health is something you cannot afford to take for granted. So I want to encourage you to take a serious look this week at what you are taking into your body. I've been journaling what I eat for the last 4 months. It's made me mindful in a way that I had not always been before. And I've even lost some weight as a result of it. Being mindful, paying attention, watching portions. You know, you can have just about any food that you might want as long as you manage the portions. You can't be eating, 2 or 3 bowls of ice cream at a sitting and expect that at the end of the day you're going to feel as healthy and as energetic as you might like. The more sugar we take in, we might feel an initial rush of energy, but then there's the slump that comes along with it as our insulin level bottoms out, and then we feel like we need another hit of sugar, and it becomes a never-ending cycle, and it's as addictive as a lot of other addictions, frankly. I've got more and more friends who are moving toward a sugar-free lifestyle. Now, I'm not there yet, but I am certainly monitoring and managing this sugar in my food and what I take in each day. So, if you need a reminder, I would recommend that you take a look at, if you haven't yet downloaded, the ebook that I wrote called Stressed, Stretched, and Just Plain Overwhelmed. I'll include the link. It's a free ebook, a guide to managing your stress and developing a greater sense of work-life balance. And chapter 10 covers the importance of eating for good nutrition. And like I said, you want to stick to whole foods, whole grains, avoid sugar and white flour, avoid anything that's highly processed. For vegetables, if you have to go with frozen or canned, for convenience, then do what you have to do, I guess. But be mindful of the fact that both frozen and canned foods have some of the nutrients that have been leached out of them already, and you won't get the full benefit of the nutrients that are in the whole foods that haven't yet been processed. And if you are buying fresh fruits and fresh vegetables, you can manage how you prepare those foods. And that's another important component in managing your health. Now, there are loads of resources that are available online for how to approach good nutrition, how important it is. So don't just take my word for it. do your research. Find out how you can optimize your body's resilience and manage your stress more effectively by combining hydration with drinking the water that I recommended a few weeks ago, with moderate intakes of the proper nutrients and vitamins that you need. And see if over the course, you won't see an immediate impact, but over the course of a few weeks and months, you will start to feel like a whole new person, because you're building up the resilience that your body needs. And that helps you to better manage your stress. So if you're looking for a quick fix for your stress, there's really no such thing. It starts with self-care and nutrition. Eating well, eating for good health is a part of self-care. So that's it for today. I hope you'll subscribe to the YouTube channel and the podcast, Teachers in Transition. Tell your friends about it if you have found this information helpful. Send me an email with questions or a request for more information at kittyboitnott@gmail.com. And I hope you'll come back next week for another episode of Teachers in Transition. Have a great day.